is in the United States of America, we have seen diet-related diseases skyrocket. One out of every three of our government dollars now is being spent on healthcare. And about 80% of the healthcare spending is on diet-related diseases that are preventable.
Do we repeat this enough? Because sometimes it seems it's the right versus the left, Democrats versus Republicans.
It's not.
This is Americans.
It's Americans. And
why this simple message shouldn't be America and being an American, being part of fighting for a healthier America.
Right. Look, we need, every generation of Americans needs to focus on putting more indivisible into the one nation under God, and stop this delusion that the lines that divide us are somehow stronger than the ties that bind us. I could go anywhere in this country, and our parents want the same thing for their children, and so much of that starts with food. Food is love, but what also is love? Love is empathy and compassion, and when you lose that empathy and compassion, that's when the cancerous, sinister division can happen. And so there are a lot of corporate entities that benefit from our divisions. You and I both know a man named Van Jones, another bald brother like me without hair. He was on this show called Crossfire with Newt Gingrich. Now, Brene Brown says a beautiful thing, the author. She says, it's hard to hate up close, so pull people in. So the two of them started doing the show together, and they realized they liked each other. And they realized they agreed on a lot of things. And so they decided to do, at the end of the show, a segment called Ceasefire, the last segment. But the producers stopped them because ratings were going down. Because what sells is the conflict and the divide and we hate you and the outrage and the manufactured fear and outrage. That sells. That keeps our eyes on our little screens in our phones. It keeps the 24-hour cable nations going, but it's a lie. We as Americans agree on the majority of stuff far more than our televisions and our social media tells us. And that is allowing what I think the things to win, which is narrow, concentrated corporations to win over the interest of our farmers, of our families, of our faith, because food is connected to faith. You and I know this, the things that actually bind us together.
So last year, you gave up sugar. You're highly controversial.
Yes, but why?
Because if you give up sugar, means it's the people in favor of sugar or the people against no sugar. You, Senator,
Yes.
are highly controversial. You gave for 61 days sugar.
Yes.
Why?
Well, first of all, I don't want to demonize any one food. We often say, "Oh, I don't want this." That causes, I think, really bad effects on your own psyche. But America has to confess that we eat more than 50. We are the highest sugar consumers on the planet, and high rates of sugar is related to a lot of diet-related diseases. And what we do, most Americans don't realize this, we dramatically subsidize sugar. Again, everything in that Twinkie, everything in that those processed foods, sodas, we are subsidizing that so that kids go in can get a $1 meal someplace at some fast food restaurant, but if they try to get a salad, they're paying $15 for a bucket of salad at some salad place. Because only 7% of our ag subsidies, 7% of the farm subsidies in our farm bill go to fruits and vegetables that government nutritionists tell you to eat the majority of. The rest of our farm bill, we're spending subsidizing these things that are making this highly processed, sugar-filled foods so readily available. If you believe in the free market, then you would probably should stand up and say, stop the government subsidies for the stuff that's making us sick. And if anything, what you want to do, you want to learn how to save a government dollar? This is the greatest thing in the world, to save a government dollar, because the studies show this. If you invest in people's access to fruits and vegetables, the pharmaceutical companies lose, because you put every dollar you put into medically tailored meals, you have diabetes, hypertension, blood pressure, stroke risk, all of these things, we take all these... Obesity. We take tons of pharmaceutical drugs. Pharmaceutical companies, this rising rates, diabetes spending alone in the last 5 years has gone up 25%. And so here you have half a population now that's diabetic or pre-diabetic. So the pharmaceutical companies are winning. But if you are a taxpayer and you say, wait a minute, if I give people easy or open access to fruits and vegetables, guess what happens to rates of diet-related diseases? They go down. And so if you are a free market, small government person, conservative, stop making the junk food so cheap through farm subsidies.
Yeah, you should run on the Republican Party.
I
Because
I
actually,
want to run on America's party.